Now ये जो हमने 3 हार्मोन्स पढ़े ये क्या थे? ग्रोथ प्रमोटिंग हार्मोन्स. Now the next hormone is ethylene. Ethylene is a gaseous hormone and it is commonly known as, it is carbon compound and it is present. It helps in actually fruit ripening में. इसका main function है ripening of fruit. So how it was discovered? It was discovered from ripened oranges that could hasten the ripening of unripe fruit. This substance was later identified as ethylene. तो from unripe bananas and मतलब क्या होता है ना, जैसे सपोज हम कच्चे फ्रूट्स एंड पके हुए फ्रूट्स को साथ में रख देंगे तो पके हुए फ्रूट्स में से, राइपन फ्रूट्स में से सम गैसियस सब्सटेंस इज रिलीज्ड व्हिच हेल्प्स इन द राइपनिंग ऑफ अनराइप फ्रूट्स आल्सो. ठीक है, तो क्या होता है धीरे धीरे जो कच्चे फ्रूट्स होते हैं वो भी पक जाते हैं. तो दिस इज ड्यू टू द प्रेजेंस ऑफ इथाइलिन व्हिच इज अ गैसियस हार्मोन एंड इट कैन बी कॉल्ड एज कि ये ग्रोथ इनहिबिटिंग है. दे डू नॉट हेल्प इन increasing the growth. A ripe orange when kept with unripe banana stimulates their ripening. This is due to the effect of the gaseous hormone which is known as ethylene, and this ethylene is released from any ripe fruit. Ethylene was used 4000 years ago by Egyptians to stimulate fruit ripening. मतलब ये इतना पहले ही डिस्कवर हो चुका था. They used to treat the fruits with ethylene in order to enhance ripening. Ripening को फास्ट करने के लिए हम इसको यूज कर सकते हैं. The ethylene enhances respiration during ripening of fruits. तो इससे क्या होता है, रेस्पिरेशन इंक्रीज हो जाता है. रेस्पिरेशन इंक्रीज होगा तो ripening will be fast. Now we'll see the physiological effects of ethylene. It is synthesized by tissues undergoing senescence. That means aging होती जाएगी and it helps in the ripening of fruits. अगर हम ध्यान नहीं देंगे तो क्या होता है, राइप होकर फ्रूट धीरे धीरे खराब भी होने लग जाता है. दैट मीन्स एजिंग होती है इससे. इंड्यूसेस हॉरिजॉन्टल ग्रोथ ऑफ सीडलिंग्स एंड इट कॉजेज स्वेलिंग ऑफ एक्सिस एंड एपाइकल हुक फॉर्मेशन इन डाइकॉट सीडलिंग्स. इट प्रमोट्स एब्सिसिन. नाउ व्हाट इज एब्सिसिन? एब्सिसिन मतलब जैसे कट लगना. व्हेन द लीव्स और फ्रूट्स बिकम ओल्ड, राइप हो जाते हैं फ्रूट्स या लीव्स ओल्ड हो जाते हैं, दे बिकम येलो, तो क्या होता है, दे कट फ्रॉम देयर प्लेस, अपनी जगह से कट के वो गिर जाते हैं. तो दैट इज कॉल्ड एब्सिसिन. एंड सेनेसेंस ऑफ प्लांट ऑर्गन्स, लीव्स एंड फ्लावर्स. तो एज आई टोल्ड यू इट हेल्प्स इन एब्सिसिन एंड सेनेसेंस. सेनेसेंस मीन्स एजिंग एंड एब्सिसिन मीन्स कटिंग फ्रॉम दैट प्लेस of plant organs, leaves and flowers. So as the organs of the plant becomes old, they are removed from the plant and the nutrients present over there are mobilized to the other places. Enhances respiration during ripening of fruits. This phenomena is known as respiration climactic. That means fast हो जाता है respiration. Break seed and bud dormancy. तो seed और bud को open करने में help करेगा. Initiate germination of seeds in peanut also. Initiate sprouting of potato tubers. आपने देखा होगा eyes में से वो sprouts निकल के आते हैं. Then promotes internode elongation in rice plants and it takes plant shoot above water. So these are the effects of ethylene. Sprouting in potatoes आप यहाँ देख सकते हो, can be induced by application of ethylene. That means now the new plant will arise from these sprouts. Promotes root growth and root hair formation. Root की growth में and root hair formation which helps in the more and more absorption of the water and minerals. It increases absorption surface of plants. Induces flowering. Flowering will be induced. Most frequently used plant hormone. It is used in many ways and it is the highest produced chemical in the world. Ethiphon, most widely commercial compound that can be used as a source of ethylene. आपने देखा होगा जो fruit sellers होते हैं, they use such kind of chemicals for ripening of fruits. So when used as an aqueous solution, it is readily absorbed by the plant and transported within and slowly release ethylene in the plant body which helps in the ripening of the fruit. So that means it hastens fruit ripening in tomatoes and apples. It hastens means speed up karna. Abscissing in flowers and fruits. Then it can be used for thinning of cotton for easy extraction of its fibers. So this is also one of the use of this hormone. Now the next hormone is abscisic acid. abscisic acid, which was discovered during 1960s, and 3 inhibitors were purified from the plants, and their name was inhibitor B, abscissin 2 and domin. All the 3 inhibitors were later identified as chemical nature and were named abscisic acid or ABA. In short, we can call it as ABA. So it ABA derives its name from the phenomenon known as abscissin. Abscissin मैंने आपको बताया था, abscissin means कट लगना उस जगह पे से जब fruits and flowers they get ripen or they become old, तो abscissin is there and it is the plant part is removed from the plant. Abscisic acid is known as the aging hormone. Aging hormone है means it increases the age of the plant और जो parts फिर old हो जाते हैं they are removed as it is closely related to the development process. The development process speed हो जाता है, fast हो जाता है. Also act as plant growth inhibitor. Growth को के लिए opposite हो गया, it is not promoting the growth and an inhibitor of metabolism also. It is also known as stress hormone because when the plant is in the stress, it is released. It increases the tolerance of plants to various kinds of stresses. Suppose abiotic stresses है जैसे cold है, drought है, उस केस में plant को help करते हैं. Now what are the physiological effects? ABA inhibits seed germination. Seed germination में help करेंगे. It acts as stress hormone, as I told you, it causes closure of stomatal aperture. Suppose there is less amount of water present, water की scarcity है, water कम amount में present है, तो what will happen? The stomata will get closed, ठीक है, and it will stop the transpiration. It will reduce the rate of transpiration so that water loss can be reduced. Stomata are present in the epidermal layer of the leaves through which exchange of gases takes place. So, you are well familiar with the functions of stomata which help in exchange of gases and also in transpiration. So, it is also known as the aging hormone due to the initiation and maintenance of abscissin processes in plants. So, abscissin means cut लगाने में ये help करेगा. These are the open stomata. In absence of ABA, stoma closed in presence of ABA. So when there is less amount of water present, the stomata close हो जाते हैं. That means at that time ABA abscisic acid is produced which help in the closure of stomata. तो ये important है, आप याद रखेंगे. One of the function of ABA is it helps in closing of stomata. Regulation of opening and closing of stomatal aperture by abscisic acid. So this figure is showing opening and closing of stomata which is controlled by ABA, abscisic acid. It also induces seed dormancy, that means it will help the seed to remain in a dormant stage, ठीक है, उसको dormant stage में रखेगा and helps the seed to tolerate the stress. जैसे अभी बताया antagonistic action as to gibberellins. Gibberellins, auxins ये growth में help करते हैं, ये growth inhibiting है. Inhibits uptake of kinetin, hampers the actions of photosynthetic enzymes, उनको भी slow कर देगा. ABA deficient plants show stunted growth and defects in seed dormancy, germination and stomatal regulation. तो ये तीनों जो effects हैं they will be affected due to the, if the ABA is not present तो ये तीनों जो characters हैं they will be affected. Action of plant growth regulators. How it is done? Let us see. They can act in association with each other. ये जो hormones होते हैं, they work in association with each other and they can act antagonistically, means opposite to each other, or synergistically with each other. या तो साथ साथ में work करते हैं या oppositely they work. Play an important role in growth and development. So all the hormones together, yeah, all the plant growth regulators, they have this kind of action on plant. All major events governed by the sum total of actions of plant growth regulator are seed dormancy, bud dormancy. Bud dormancy means when the flower is in bud stage, the seed it will remain in the bud stage, and when the dormancy is broken, then what happens? The flower comes out of it. And seed dormancy means when the seed is in the resting stage, it is not showing any development. abscissin, that means after aging it is cut, and last is senescence. Senescence means aging. Apical dominance means the growth of the one stem only, it increases in height and the lateral branches do not arise. So stop. Now children, as you have opened your book, let us underline some important lines in the book also. I have explained all the hormones, now we will underline some points from the book. Now the first hormone which we have studied is auxin, and the term auxin is applied to the indole 3 acetic acid. तो आपको ये चीज याद रखनी है. And they are produced by growing apices of the stems and roots from where they migrate to the regions of their action. So they are produced at the apex and they are migrated. Auxins like IAA and indole butyric acid have been isolated from the plants. ऐसे NAA, naphthalene acetic acid, and 2,4-D, that is 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid. These are the synthetic auxins and they are produced commercially. Now the physiological effects, they help in the initiation of rooting in the stem cuttings, an application widely used for plant propagation. तो स्टेम कटिंग्स में रूट्स को इनिशिएट करवाने के लिए काम में आता है. इट प्रमोट्स फ्लावरिंग, फॉर एग्जांपल इन पाइनएप्पल्स, हेल्प टू प्रिवेंट फ्रूट एंड लीफ ड्रॉप एट अर्ली स्टेजेस, बट प्रमोट द एब्सिसन ऑफ ओल्डर मैच्योर लीव्स एंड फ्रूट्स. तो ओल्डर लीव्स को शेट डाउन करने में हेल्प करेगा एंड प्रिवेंट फ्रूट एंड लीफ ड्रॉप, प्रिवेंट करेगा, दैट मीन्स अर्ली ड्रॉप, मतलब जल्दी से नहीं गिरेंगे फ्रूट्स एंड लीव्स फ्रॉम द प्लांट. In most higher plants, a growing apical bud inhibits the growth of lateral buds. ठीक है? This phenomenon is called as apical dominance. So underline this line. Removal of shoot tips usually results in the growth of lateral buds. अगर हम ऊपर से कट करते हैं प्लांट को तो lateral buds जो है वो ग्रो होती हैं. For example, removal of shoot tips usually results in the growth of lateral buds and it is widely applied in tea plantations. तो जब हमें प्लांट की थिकनेस ज़्यादा चाहिए, डेंस चाहिए प्लांट्स, तब हम क्या करते हैं, ऊपर से उसको कट करते हैं. नेक्स्ट, you can see in this figure also, auxin also induce parthenocarpy as I explained you earlier also, and they are used as herbicides. तो herbicides में हम इनको एज अ हर्बिसाइड्स यूज किया जा सकता है इनको. तो 2,4-D टू किल डाइकॉट वीड्स एंड इट डज नॉट अफेक्ट द मैच्योर मोनोकॉट्स. मोनोकॉट्स को कोई नुकसान नहीं पहुंचाएगा. इट इज ऑल्सो यूज टू प्रिपेयर वीड फ्री लॉन्स. लॉन्स बनाए जाते हैं जिसमें कोई भी वीड्स नहीं होंगे एंड इट ऑल्सो कंट्रोल्स द डिफरेंशिएशन एंड हेल्प्स इन सेल डिवीजन. तो ये थे ऑक्सिन के फिजियोलॉजिकल इफेक्ट्स. नाउ विल सी about gibberellins. We will mark the points for gibberellins. GA1, GA2, GA3. इस तरह से the first one was GA3. First discovered was GA3. As I told you, ये एक फंगस से डिस्कवर हुआ था. तो it is also known as, and the acid is produced by that fungus. That's why it is called as gibberellic acid. All GAs are acidic in nature and they produce a wide range of physiological responses in the plants. Their ability to cause an increase in the length is used to increase the length of grape stalks. तो particularly grape stalks को increase करने में या plant की length को increase करने में ये काम में आते हैं. It is also used specifically in sugarcane. Sugarcane plants की stems की height बढ़ाने में भी ये help करते हैं and it stores carbohydrate as sugars. तो it helps in the increase in the yield of sugarcane. Spraying of this gibberellic acid ये कॉनिफर्स की मेच्योरिटी पीरियड को इंक्रीज करने में हेल्प करते हैं. इट ऑल्सो प्रमोट्स बोल्टिंग. नाउ व्हाट इज बोल्टिंग? दिस टर्म बोल्टिंग मीन्स internode elongation just prior to flowering. Bolting means internode elongation just prior to flowering. So this is an important function of gibberellic acid in beets, cabbages and many plants with rosette habit. Rosette habit means इस तरह से, जैसे कैबेज देखा होगा आपने, कैबेज में इस तरह से लीव्स गैदर होकर एक रोजेट फॉर्मेशन करते हैं, ठीक है. द नेक्स्ट हार्मोन इज साइटोकाइनिन. साइटोकाइनिन विच इज साइटोकाइनेसिस पढ़ा है आपने, सेल डिवीजन. दैट मीन्स काइनेटिन, they have specific effects on cytokinesis. Kinesis does not occur naturally in the plants and they can be isolated जैसे कि zeatin के फॉर्म में from corn kernels and coconut milk. यहाँ से इनको हम obtain कर सकते हैं. They can be isolated. Natural cytokinins are synthesized in the regions where rapid cell division takes place. So cytokinin is available where the cell division is going on. For example, root apices, developing shoot buds and young fruits. It helps to produce new leaves, chloroplast in leaves, lateral shoot growth and adventitious shoot formation में भी ये help करते हैं. And cytokinins help to overcome the apical dominance. That means they will increase the thickness of the plant. नेक्स्ट हार्मोन था हमारा एथाइलिन, विच इज अ गैसियस हार्मोन. दिस गैसियस हार्मोन हेल्प्स in ripening of fruit. तो एथाइलिन, it is a, we can say it is a growth inhibiting hormone and senescence and ripening of fruits में help करता है. हॉरिजॉन्टल ग्रोथ ऑफ सीडलिंग्स में हेल्प करता है. स्वेलिंग ऑफ द एक्सेस एंड एपाइकल हुक फॉर्मेशन इन डाइकॉट सीड्स. इट प्रमोट्स सेनेसेंस एंड एब्सिसन ऑफ प्लांट ऑर्गन, स्पेशली ऑफ लीव्स एंड फ्लावर्स. तो मेन फंक्शन है इसका फ्रूट राइपनिंग एंड इट इज अ गैसियस हार्मोन. जैसे कि मैंने बताया था, जब राइपनिंग होती है तो रेस्पिरेशन रेट फास्ट हो जाता है. तो दिस राइज इन रेट ऑफ रेस्पिरेशन इज कॉल्ड रेस्पिरेटरी क्लाइमेक्टिक. इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. It also breaks seed and bud dormancy, initiates germination in peanut seeds, sprouting of potato tubers as I show you, and it promotes rapid internode petiole elongation in deep water rice plants. तो ये पानी से उनको बाहर की तरफ निकालने में help करते हैं. It helps leaves, upper parts of the shoot to remain above water. Ethylene also promotes root growth and root hair formation, which helps to increase the absorption area. Ethylene is also used to initiate flowering and for synchronizing fruit set in pineapples. It also induces the flowering in mango. Since ethylene regulates so many physiological processes, it is one of the most widely used PGR. PGR means plant growth regulator. बहुत ज़्यादा इसको use किया जाता है. The most widely used compounds as source of ethylene is ethifone. अभी मैंने आपको explain भी किया था. Ethifone is the one of the most compound which is made from ethylene and which is used for fruit ripening. तो different fruits and fruit ripening में जैसे thinning of cotton, cherry, walnut, इनमें भी ये help करते हैं. And the last is abscisic acid. Abscisic acid helps in abscissin, means जब leaves, फ्लावर्स या फ्रूट्स मेच्योर हो जाते हैं, ओल्ड हो जाते हैं, देन दे हैव टू बी शेड डाउन फ्रॉम द प्लांट, उनको रिमूव करना है. तो इट हेल्प्स इन दिस. तो एब्सिसिक एसिड, इट वाज डिस्कवर्ड एंड इट हेल्प्स इन एब्सिसेंस एंड डोर्मेंसी. बट लाइक अदर PGR, it also has other wide ranging effects on growth and development. It acts as plant growth inhibitor. Inhibitor means slow कर देगा, रोक देगा. ABA inhibits seed germination, inhibit करता है, and stimulates closure and stomata, closure of stomata. Increases the tolerance of plants to various kinds of stresses. Therefore, it is also known as stress hormone. ठीक है, तो MCQ में objectives में ऐसे पूछा जा सकता है which is the stress hormone. So you should be able to know the abscisic acid is the stress hormone. Also help role in seed development, maturation and dormancy. By inducing dormancy, ABA helps seeds to withstand desiccation and other factors which are unfavorable for growth. तो ये dormancy में help करेगा. So this was all about the plant growth regulators. Children, I hope you understood all the topics. So keep revising, watch the video properly, and we will be meeting in the live session. So take care, goodbye.